Welcome back into American Agenda. President Biden facing growing backlash over his decision to commute the sentences of 37 federal death row inmates as he looks to redefine his legacy in his final weeks as commander-in-chief.
The president is getting some mixed reactions. Progressives on the left praising the decision, but critics say this makes no sense to them. Among those, President-elect Donald Trump.
Yeah, he took to Truth Social to share his Christmas message, which partially addressed Biden's decision to commute. Here's what he wrote, quote, "To the 37 violent criminals who killed, raped, and plundered like virtually never before them, but were just given incredibly a pardon by Sleepy Joe Biden, I refuse to wish a Merry Christmas to those lucky souls, but instead will say, go to hell." Joining us now for more discussion on this with federal defense attorney Ronald Chapman. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on today.
Ronald, let me ask you a little bit more about that. It's estimated that 4% of the condemned may be innocent, and we know that 200 or 191, depending on which source you go with, I check a couple of those, people who've been exonerated from the death penalty. So people who've been taken off death row. This seems to be a more obvious problem in the 27 states with the death penalty. Can you talk about at the federal level if any of those concerns exist with respect to these condemned people?
Well, definitely they exist. I mean, the juries are ultimately the same. They're cut from the same population. And in the federal cases, prosecutors have way more in terms of resources to be able to try these cases. And here's why President Biden's actions are very problematic. You have line-level prosecutors that have fought tooth and nail because they were essentially ordered to get the death penalty on some of these cases. And then with the stroke of a pen, we see the actions of a king in saying he doesn't believe in the death penalty for these reasons, but wants to uphold it for other reasons. What are those reasons? Terrorism and hate crimes. And what that says is that President Biden values the death penalty for those reasons, but not when very, very heinous acts that don't involve the sort of hate that he thinks is hate has occurred. And that's very problematic. I think this requires a case-by-case determination.
Ronald, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.